Everybody, welcome to a modern video. The deck I have in front of me plays not only then Mana Tithe, and this card made the top 16 of a very large modern tournament with over 1,000 people, the one that happened in Prague a few days ago. And yeah, this Boros Obosh deck got there, which is very surprising to me because it's not something that we often see modern. Sometimes we see the Jeskai. I guess it's Jeskai because we have the Teferi in the sideboard, important for the Cascade matchup. But overall, this is a Blood Moon deck. I guess this is, some people call it French Obosh, right? I believe. And what we do is you have both Fury and Solitude. You have Ephemerate to blink them. You have both Blood Moon. You have both Seasoned Pyro and Fable to recoup the card disadvantage. There's a little bit twist in that, which is Mana Tithe for combo matchups, I'm assuming. Definitely something that you don't expect to see in Modern. 22 lands with a Miracle, Sokenzan, Den of the Bugbear, Eiganjo, so a bunch of useful lands there. Notably, the sideboard has a lot of non-odd cards, which is because against creativity, what you do is you don't reveal Obosh, and you reveal, you side in Orvar, explosives, and 4 copies of the Stonk's Brain, and you just try to take the Archon or the Creativity or whatever they have, as well as having, of course, explosives. Also against Rhinos, you also bring in the Stone Brain there. So, definitely not my type of deck. You know how much I hate effects like this, but they're important in a deck that doesn't have blue. So, yeah, here we go. It's a challenging list for sure. I know the people love to watch some Mana Tithe action. Whenever you counter something with Mana Tithe, it's always a win. It's a win-win. Buongiorno, everyone. Here we go. First round. On the play. Obosh. Ragavan, let's go. Yeah, I plan to play some Rhinos in the future. Yes, the new list with a main deck Dispute and 3 Murktide Regent that is doing well. It's definitely my plans. Good morning. The main deck doesn't have any blue cards, so we don't have to fetch the blue mana. Oh, looks like we're untapping with Ragavan. Very nice. Ooh, very nice. Wonder what's up with that. Marsh Flats go. Not that many decks play Marsh Flats. It could be a scam or it could be Hammer Time. I'm guessing it's scam. Solitude, okay. Polukranos. Bom dia. 10 months. Alright, land go. Jewel Plains. Okay. Respecting Blood Moon, of course. And, let me check if I have Triumphs of Jeskai. Not that I care about it, just checking, just double checking. Okay, they go Grief, pitching Griselbrand. And the thing is that they probably have Ephemerate here, so we can't do anything. We just have to let this resolve. Because if I bolt, they play Ephemerate in response, so it's even worse than what already is. And of course, if I had a white card in hand on top of Solitude, I would be able to stop the Ephemerate, so... Because I had 2 removal spells. Wow. Looks like they just took Fable, so this is dying. Maybe they have Persist? No? That's it? They got nothing. Alright, I'll take a Sacred Foundry tapped. Untap. Hello, Nicholas. Welcome. I am indeed playing your deck. Okay. Now, what to do? I'll go for a Plains and a Spyro. The question is, which card I want to discard here? both of the spells, or keep the... I think I'm discarding both of the spells. At the end of the day, every one of these cards makes a token, whereas if I discard Sokenzan, it doesn't. And even if I flood out, I still have Sokenzan to make 2 tokens and Obosh. Alright, opponent passed. Drew a Blood Moon. Interesting. Wondering if I should go for Blood Moon here. Opponent would still be able to cast white and black cards, but no double black cards. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. They can't cast double black or double white cards. I can't cast double white card as well, but there's not that many in my deck, right? It should be only Solitude, as far as I remember. Yeah. Sub 13 for the 2-year sub. Bonjour. Are you coming down for Easter holidays? Oh, opponent has Grief Ephemerate, but now my hand has no cards, so it doesn't do that much. Okay. Let's keep in mind that my opponent will be able to Ephemerate the Grief, so I don't want to return the Obosh now. Drawing Blood Moon was not ideal. That's one probably the worst card to draw here. Alright, I think I'd rather cast Sokenzan and flashback 2 spells rather than yeah, just use this for the 2 tokens, because then I'll have 5 mana for a Bosch. No, no. How am I doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, Timeless Dragon is in the deck. You can cycle it, I guess, if I draw it. I was Prague. Prague was very cold. Oops, I forgot to make 2 tokens. Alright. I F6 and forgot to make 2 tokens. And pick up a Bosch and pass the turn. The tokens are even mana cost, so Obosh doesn't make them into 2 power card. Opponent passes again. Ooh, Eiganjo. Huh. I think I'd rather... not sure what to do here. They play Obosh. Do they have removals? Because I kind of want to make them... I kind of want to pass here. Make 2 tokens end of turn, which of course I should have done 2 turns ago. Because, I don't know, I feel like playing Obosh is not ideal right now. They have the Solitude. I want to kind of make them play Solitude on like bad targets. Alright, I played Watery Grave untapped, and they maybe realized that Blood Moon stops blue mana. So I won the game. Alright. Any graveyard action? Yes, we have a 3 Relic of Progenitus. 3, sorry, not 3. 3. It's important. English lesson. A tree is a is the thing that's outside in the wild. A 3, it's the number. Okay. Now maybe P ending is bad in this matchup. Let's go. Maybe I need Stonk's Brain, but I do like Obosh to review. Good morning, Tropicale. What does Timeless Lion do? Timeless Dragon, it's a 5 mana 5/5 flyer that will let you get a Plains for 2 mana. Plain cycling. It's a drawback to an old card called Eternal Dragon, which you could return in your upkeep and then cycle again. Or cast, of course. It's a nice card. It sees playing Legacy as well. The Swinging Salt. Thank you, the Swinging Salt. Appreciate the support. I'm gonna keep this hand. I have Relic, which should be very good, and Timeless Dragon, if I draw a land, will unlock my 3rd land drop. Drawing Fury is not the worst. I have Fury plus Ephemerate. I could have done that on turn 1. I decided against it, but maybe in the hindsight it wasn't the worst. No, I think it is the worst. If it's a 4-4, then I think it makes a little bit more sense. Lend? Thank you. I feel like passing here. And just cycling my Timeless Dragon. My opponent has mana up. They probably have some answers if I dash Ragavan. Fateful Mending. That was unexpected. So I think a 3-3 split between Spyro and Fable is a bit weird. Isn't there 4? There's 4 Spyro. Spyro is better than Fable, usually. Okay, my opponent discarded a Traxa Priest and, of course, Fateful Mending. Okay, my keep was only based about Relic, how good it is in this matchup, as you can see. Another reason. Oh, wow, they go P ending. I feel like I have to pop this. I think it's way too important to exile this Atraxa. Oh, they have Glorious Vengeance? Oh, they got me good then. They got me very good then. Because Glorious Vengeance is an instant. Yeah. Wow, impressive. If I popped the Relic in my end step, it would have worked. Okay. It's not the end of the world. We don't lose yet. This is not Emrakul. Although they will draw a lot of cards. Yeah, congrats, So Insult. Yeah, I saw that there was a large modern event in California. Yeah, they draw a lot of cards here. They even have Leyline Binding. Okay, so they chose Flooded Strand, Grief, Fateful Mending, Teferi. Okay, so 5 cards they picked up here. Yep. And they damage me for 6, they gain 6, and then they go to discard of 1. Oh, yellow Cheetos. Okay, they go for Grief, pitching Tainted Indulgence, which is the new Capenna draw discard effect. Okay, and they pass. Alright, let's go. Solitude. Ooh, wish I had that one. No, actually, it's fine as it is. No, no Timeless Dragon for... That's so weird that they took Timeless Dragon. It's very weird. Alright, I like to get a treasure for next turn with Spyro, so I just basically, yeah, just dash now, not because of a Ragavan ability to cast cards. I guess I can't cast without Thoughtseize. But outside of that, it's because of the treasure for next turn, so I can cast Spyro and get my land drops out. If creativity and elementals are deck to beat, do you think Scapeshift is a good meta call? Well, I don't think at all elementals is a deck to beat. I don't think it's as popular, and I don't think it's as good. So, yeah, I will disagree with your hypothesis in first place. I think the decks to beat are creativity, Murktide, Rhinos, Living End, Hammer Time. Those are the top decks of the metagame. Okay, they go for Grief. Well, I don't want to do anything, so you can go. Elementals folds to Creativity. That's what it folds to. And I think that playing a deck that has a bad matchup against Creativity, it's very hard in Modern at the moment. Okay, I wanna make my land drop first thing, so let's just play Spyro. This was the goal of my turn. Lands? Okay. I can cast a Ragavan. See. Go. Buongiorno, Giorgio. Yes, this deck is surprising for sure. Mm, okay, you cast Faithful Mending. You discarded Teferi and Tainted Indulgence. They have a lot of cards in hand here. It's incredible how many decks you can play modern. It is really incredible. I think it's because there aren't the like in Legacy, for example. Well, in Standard and Pioneer is just a smaller card pool, but I guess in Pioneer also you can play million decks. I think it's just that in Legacy you can play fewer decks at a good performance because they're just are powerful cards. Like they're just cards that are way more powerful than the others, which are the blue cards that kind of dictate the metagame. In Modern, there aren't cards that are. I mean, every caller has their powerful cards. Let's say. Okay, what to do now? I have a lot of choices. Very many choices, in fact. My opponent has Leyline Binding. No, they don't, because they don't have a forest. Okay, what to do? This one costs 4. I can also flashback. I'm just right. I think I like to attack with everybody. My opponent will trade Ragavan for Grief, and I don't mind. Okay. I'll simply just go Eiganjo and Timeless Dragon. I'm keeping up the Solitude in case my opponent combos me or, I don't know, Emrakul. Remember, Solitude can kill an Emrakul as well. Yes, I'm versus Atraxa Reanimator, but like it's a very strange list. So Legacy has frequent bans. It must in order to keep the format balanced, I believe. Balanced around the broken cards that will always be there. I think I just have to attack with these two. It's too risky if I attack with these, an opponent has a Solitude, exile this. I don't want to play a Solitude if they have a Solitude. What do you say about the 10% increased creativity from day 1 to day 2? Creativity was by far the deck to play at the tournament in Prague. It came to a very good deck build, and yeah, the meta game was still not ready, despite it was definitely one of the most respected deck. Okay, I think here I'm just going to get back a Bosch, play a Tapland, and pass, respecting my opponent combo deck with Solitude up. I could have also Arcast Fury, but I believe that my opponent had some plans because they knew my hand, they saw it, so I like to. Okay, so they play a Greenland, so this one costs 1 now. It said that Murktide didn't perform last week. As I said in the podcast, it's a good news if you're a Murktide player that Murktide doesn't perform. You know Wizards, how they ban cards, right? It's honestly very good that Murktide did not perform. I don't want to get into the topic of bannings, but in modern, it's fine to celebrate if your deck loses in a tournament. Not your deck, you, but like other people with your deck. Okay. I'm just going for a Fable here. I'm just going for a Fable here. I want to tap out and things like that. Sure. They discarded Atraxa and Godless Shrine. It's weird because they could have outcasted Atraxa. Oh, I guess they have Gorgeous Vengeance. Hmm. No, Leyline Binding instead. Okay. Wow, on the Fable. That's weird. I guess my Boros deck cannot punish a Leyline Binding. Wait a second, why is this deck not playing Wear Tear? I guess we could, right? That's a 3-drop. Anyway, they untap and pass. Va bene. Let's go. I'll take my turn again. And attack with my 2-power creatures. Remember about... Is that a Solitude? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Whoa, this one. Hmm. I want to Arcas Fury, but I also want to have Ephemerate up. In an ideal world, I don't need to... I think I have to chump attack here, or rather trade. So that I can Arcas Fury... Sorry, Arcas Fury, have Solitude up, and Ephemerate. Hope they don't block. They blocked. Okay. Now, what if instead I cast Seasoned Pyro instead of Fury? It is obvious to me that they have some sort of removal spells in it. I think I'm casting Seasoned Pyro here. Discarding, I believe, Fury and Obosh. Looking for a Relic, Blood Moon. Okay. Do I want to cast as a Miracle now? Not really, not really. I don't mind. I don't mind keeping the Miracle to have double Solitude. Opponent is about to end Atraxas because they have one exile, one in the grave. Yes, the graveyard is pretty scary. Okay. You like Breach over Murktide? Yeah, that's definitely a choice to make. Both the Combo Breach and the Fair Breach are valuable decks. Flood Strand, Godless Shrine. Okay, my opponent's probably, flooding pretty badly. And we will take him. They're still on 22. I may be playing a little bit more. I'm a little bit too cautious. Cautious. Okay, let's try and cast this Fury now. Let's see how does my opponent react to this. I go Ephemerate. Okay. I can go for my own Ephemerate here and kill the Solitude. If they go for their own Ephemerate, I can go Solitude, pitch a Miracle. So as you can see, I was setting this up. Oh, they can have Leyline Binding. But I can still do this, yeah. I can still do the same. Maybe, yeah. It was important that I kept the Miracle. They have one card in hand. Now I don't have... Okay, let me F6 and attack for 6. Unfortunately, Ephemerate doesn't resolve, but that's okay. So maybe this was not the best exchange for me, because I got rid of 3 cards of theirs for 4 cards of mine, although one of them was in Emeria Call, so... Ah, yeah, they drew a Grief. That's annoying. Okay. Yeah. Not great. Not great. I definitely regret having cast that Ephemerate proactively there. I should have just played Solitude instead. Because if I had Ephemerate up, their Leyline Binding was always kept in check. Okay. One is on 12. I'm gonna hold this land in any case of Fable. Very afraid of them drawing Land Atraxa, for example, or even Gore's Vengeance. They just passed. Very good. Spell? No spell from Mangu. Okay. This is a 3-turn clock. I do have Lightning Bolts in my deck, though. I'll play one of these lands. Deck thinning. Watching from the Philippines. Nice. Thoughtseize? Thougeize me? No. No. Wow, you lose 5 life? No, sorry, 2 life. You look at the top 5. Okay. We're John Nebayath. So you look at the top 5. Wait, you discarded Gore's Vengeance? That can't be a good sign. Ay, 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 ay. This is another Gore's Vengeance. Heh. Bom dia, bom dia. Access in the house. It goes Flooded Strand, Ephemerate, and Priest. How does Ephemerate work if you reanimate it? I think you get to keep it. Ayya. Ayya. Ephemerate with Gore's Vengeance looks like a combo to me. Eh. Ayya. I have another Ephemerate, so I can't even top deck Solitude now. And this one should not work as far as I know. As in, Gore's Vengeance will not. Yeah, well, the Turtle will stay here. Is there a combination of cards that gets me out? Not that I know. Alright, GG. I have one regret about that Leyline binding. I think I might have give me the win if I played it differently. Well, I could have Stonk's Brain and Teferi, but I think everything I have in my deck is better right now, so I'll just submit what I have. Yes. Yes. Not the best hand, but keep. Probably with Ephemerate. It's a clunky card by itself. Marshall, let's go. Prefer going for Sokenzan than going for Sunbaked Canyon here. Molto belmo, thank you. Welcome, my friend, to the 3rd month. Alright, I think I'm just gonna slam a Blood Moon here. I think it's good. They can cast Leyline Binding. on Blood Moon. That's not how it works. I mean, they can if they go Swamp or Island. My opponent is like Esper, so... Okay, so they discarded a Traxa. Let's hope they don't have basic Swamp now. Hello, Ari. The YouTube video with Keruga will go up today. Okay, let's play Fable, living up planes in case I need to do this. But it passes without making a land drop, so I feel pretty good about this game. I don't know what's your time zone, but it's 6 p.m. in Europe. That's where all my videos go up. Same time zone. Remember about Blood Moon, shutting off all the Leyline Binding decks. The best tool you can have against Leyline Binding decks. Okay, that's good. I think I'll discard Bolt and Ephemerate. Go to combat. Okay, they go Solitude. Pitching Leyline Binding, which of course you can't cast. I mean, you need, I guess you need 4 mana. There's a maintenance in 4 hours, 30 minutes. Thank you, Magic Online. Okay, no tokens for us. I guess I'm going for Relic. And then I'm going for Ragavan. Yeah, the car market videos are great. I agree. I'll be doing more of them in 2 weeks, in the next weekend. Not this weekend, the one after. I'll go to Berlin to shoot some more car market videos. Very excited for that. Buongiorno, Pivo. I read your name very often in Prague. All around Prague, Pivo's name was written. A flip, Priest of Felrites. I think he can stay there. He can happily stay there. Okay, what do I do with Spyro? Honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to cast it. I'll just return a Bosch and pass to you. Oh, they have the 4th mana to kill my moon. All right. Opponent has game now. Opponent has game now. Up my mana kind of randomly, but yeah, it doesn't matter, thankfully. Okay, it looks like they're passing the turn with 4 mana up. I'll play Seasoned Pyro. I want to discard a Bosch and Fury. And then I can make a copy of it. Okay, they're doing something in response. Subtlety. I didn't expect that. Okay. I'll put it on top and I'll pass to you. Wear Tear would be good. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know. Obviously, the player that made this list thought about Wear Tear, and maybe the thing is that your matchup against Wear Tear decks are good, so you don't need to improve them post sideboard. Whereas you need to improve the bad matchup. So that could be the reasoning for not having Wear Tear. Okay, I wonder if I should crack this Relic end of turn, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think leaving up Relic is very good against a deck with Gore's Vengeance. Let's play Spyro. Very long first match, by the way. Okay, I'll get rid of Obosh and Fury. Mm-hmm. Then I can make a copy. Looks like they're Solitude. Sure, I don't mind. I mean, I could Ephemerate. But honestly, I don't mind. I really don't mind. You can go. The new one here. Exactly, Nicholas. Yeah, that's what I thought you would you would have said. Untap and draw. Exile. Okay, so there's Fury, and I could Arcast Fury. Yeah, is it a good idea? I don't really want to cast this Spyro because my hand is sick. Maybe I'm just passing and just passing. Maybe I'll play Solitude end of turn. Obviously, afraid of my opponent 5 mana up. Okay, they're doing something end of turn. What is it? Maybe Leyline Binding? No. What's that? Okay, so they're playing a Solitude. Super, super scary for them to do that. Okay. Okay, now I have a lot of plays available. One is play Solitude, pitch Solitude, copy with Solitude, sorry, with Fable, and then Ephemerate the Fable. I really want to Ephemerate the Fable, but also I want to do some value with it. I have a lot of plays available, but I'm afraid that my opponent manages to reanimate something if I tap out. Okay, I think I have it. I'll go Solitude, pitch Solitude. Exile Subtlety. Now, I'll make a copy of Solitude. Exile Solitude. And then finally, I will ephemerate the reflection. And that's it. That's my turn. F6. So Fable comes back, reflection comes back as a Fable. And then I do the thing. And I get to keep this thing until their end of step, which doesn't really matter. And I still have Relic up, which I think was the most important thing of all. So I play against the deck with Gore's Vengeance and such. And now the Solitude dies, whatever, and I also draw a card because I think that at this point I just want to, as I said, bad cards to discard to the second chapter of Fable. Ephemerate Rebound will cancel, it will stay there in exile. I don't have anything to flicker. I will discard Timeless Dragon for sure. And also Eiganjo, I don't think I need it. Okay. Happy to draw Blood Moon here. Let's begin with, yes, Blood Moon. I like to begin with Blood Moon here. Maybe I was supposed to top the planes. You play Shadow Prophecy in response, sure thing, we still have the Relic out. And, okay. Put 2 tracks in the graveyard. And I'll play this land, and, yeah, I think I want to attack now with everybody. One is very likely going to block the Ragavan, so these 1/1s must attack. What's the league record so far? You can check the record above my head. So I could play Spyro, and I think I like that. I still have a treasure around to activate the Relic. Relampago. They don't have black mana to play Gora's Vengeance. Yeah, it's very important that they never popped the relic. It was there the whole game. Ever since I drew it. Hello, Tunga. But now can't play Solitude because missing double white. And I guess I'm playing this land. And flashing back the one and only Timeless Dragon. Opponent is on 13. Maybe I'm lethal next turn. I don't know. Fable is very good. Yes, indeed. Ooh, they're doing something. What is it? Leyline Binding. Okay. What do you target? The Bloodmoon again? Yep. Okay. That's fine by me. Maybe a response I should have cracked the Relic. Because now they could have two Gora's Vengeance and get me. This blue ball, that's a game that I'm sponsoring for the whole month. It's called Gods Unchained. And we have played it 1 hour yesterday, and we will be playing it next week as well. It's a free-to-play game, very similar to Magic Arena and Hearthstone. Okay, yeah, my opponent is getting me there. I have to crack this, but they will have another one. So I have the regret of not cracking the Relic when they played Leyline Binding. It is unfortunate, but here it is. I slipped this play, and I think I lose now because they have Ephemerate. It was close, eh? It was close. I thought about it 1 second after the Leyline Binding resolved. Yeah, very strong deck by my opponent. I wonder if it's unexplored. My opponent chose Flooded Strand Ephemerate Ending. I will draw a card. Yeah, as a streamer, you're supposed to play fast. And of course, that comes with making these mistakes that just takes 0.5 seconds more to think. Ooh, I should have probably blocked too. I didn't realize that I could. If I block, they can't ephemerate because I bolt in response. Yeah. I mean, maybe next turn I can block and bolt, but now my opponent will be able to ephemerate again twice. So. Yesterday you made your first stream ever? Nice. Congrats. Ooh, they're gonna get Mana Tithe. They're gonna get Mana Tithe. They decided to play Fateful Mending first. They're gonna get Mana Tithe. No, come grief. Die. Wait a second. If I Mana Tithe this, I guess they just don't pay. Let me Mana Tithe. Although they probably just don't pay. Yeah, and now they ephemerate. And unfortunately, I didn't block, so I couldn't bolt in response. Yes. Ooh, they found a lot of cards. They found Flooded Strand, Fateful Mending. Did they get? Ooh, they didn't get. Oh, they got Subtlety. Okay, so they have these 3 cards plus 1 fetch land. I don't want to bolt you because I'm going to use Fable on the Spyro probably. Yeah, I'm gonna... Bolt Ninja doesn't matter. No, I'll just untap. If I find a bad card, I'll probably just discard that one and the land. Solitude? Nice. Okay. Let's copy Spyro. I need to discard these two. And draw two cards. Hopefully there's a Solitude. Fury. Okay, okay, okay. Let's cast Fury. Let's see if they subtle to pitch Fateful Mending. They do. Okay, okay. Leave on top. Let's attack with Timeless Dragon. Only. Because I have Lightning Bolt. They have Leyline Binding, so I can't. Also, I won't. They will not attack because they have. They will not attack because they have Ephemerate. So there's no need to stay back. If I stay back, I'm just missing 4 damage. My opponent's playing very well around the cards I have in hand at every point. With the Grief when I had Mana Tithe, and now with the Lightning Bolts. Not intuitive. And now they flashback Ephemerate. We'll see. Also with Season, because it's free, Atraxa has lifelink. So if they block, they gain 7 life. Very far from free, in fact. Okay, so they chose Ephemerate Swamp Prismatic Ending. Not so good. And they pay 3. Unfortunately, they will Prismatic Ending my Reflection. They have no reason to block for 4 damage. Of course. Not saying anything. They have played very well around my hand. Okay, so they have 3 cards in hand, and one it's unfortunately an Ephemerate, which is hard for me to beat. At this point, I think I lose. Well, I'm gonna hold this Fury, right? Maybe they play Ephemerate proactively. Oh, but this game I could have got there if only I cracked the relic before. It was definitely an unfortunate game. Ooh, now they can reanimate Grief and discard the Fury that I have in hand. Tough loss considering that I think I played overall well, but yeah, that mistake in response to the binding was it. It wasn't even a mistake. It was just a line that I chose, and it did not do well. Okay, playing cycle, and I'll play Timeless Dragon. He tried to use my referral code for Gods Unchained, but didn't work. Really, let me tell them to the people here. Opponent attacks me. Do I want to block? Yes. Okay. They were sure I didn't have Lightning Bolt in hand to play this Ephemerate proactively. And I'll play a Ragavan and pass. You like the hashtag Mengucci cuisine? Yeah. This weekend is Easter. I will have 3 days in a row of very much Mengucci cuisine. So if you like that, stay tuned for Easter. Yes, Irresist. I like the new Rhinos deck list. It definitely seems like the most performing ones. I will be streaming Rhinos. I might stream it after this one too. Looks like a lot of people are interested in it. And unfortunately, we lose. Tough game for sure. It was like a 53 minutes match to kick things off. Everybody loves the 53 minutes match to kick things off. Okay, I'll take a bathroom break and I will come back for round number 2 with this deck. Round number 2, and I'm going to play with the Preypiercer. Little interesting hand. No early plays outside of this bolt. I guess the Sod should do. I don't know. Are there any special Italian Easter tradition? Quaco, good game, good game. Very well played earlier. Very well played. Congrats on the win. Are there any, I'll repeat the question. Are there any special Italian Easter tradition? Plenty, plenty. One of them is something that really only happens during Easter, and it's like a cheesecake, but like a dessert. No, no, sorry, not a dessert. Total formaggio. Yeah, it's salted, I guess. It's not the cheesecake that we think when I translate it that way. Um, we have a dessert called colomba, which is very similar to panettone, but slightly different. Like the shape is different. And then what else do we have? There's a thing from Naples that one of my father's friends always bring us, which is called casatiello. Also very uh, chocolate eggs. That's true. I don't know why I didn't think about that for sure. Cheese pie, exactly. Cheese pie. Okay, makes sense. Because we translated torta, which is cake, but it's salted. Pastiera. Yeah, but I thought pastiera was every season. I didn't know it was Easter. Lamb is Italian tradition. Okay, I would assume that was everywhere tradition. Can I draw land, please? No. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, not drawing land here is annoying. I'm going to kill the drum so that when I draw land, it will be good. Yeah, I would have wished to draw land there. The problem with these decks is that if you miss a third land drop in this deck, is very bad because your hand is jammed with 3 drops. I mean, it's always like the fewer the cheaper is your curve, the more successful is your deck. It's a pretty evergreen lesson, I would say. Okay, it looks like they just want to make a construct. It's very important that I draw land now. If I don't, it's over. Because my opponent will be able to make 2 construct and Yeah, maybe even get a drum. Remember, Blood Moon kills the saga. Land, please. Cazzo. Land, nice. Let's go for Bloodman. F6. Alright, looks like this is resolving. Very good news. Now, I killed the Saga, and the Seacrum Coast is a mountain. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to play Solitude here. It's just a 3-3. It's fine. Okay, I'll play Spyro. Discarding Ragavan for sure. And do I want to discard Fable as well? I like Fable, although it costs more mana. Hmm. Yeah, I think I need to keep the Solitude around. My opponent is a combo deck, like, that could just go Paladin Armor, and then I need the Solitude. Although, of course, I would have loved to cast the Fable next turn. Okay, they got Kadra complete. That's a one to want to exile with Solitude. Oh, they attack. They send this construct as well, or not? Once the Kadra is in play, normally it requires 7 mana to equip, but in their deck they can also go Pure Steel Paladin or a Core Outfitter and equip. A Team Block and a Solitude the Kadra. The Germ, actually, not the Kadra. That's a strong draw. Let's cast it. 1, 2. And pass. Yeah, I prefer to kill the Esper Sentinel than a Stoneforge Mystic. Turkey, a North America Easter food. I would say so, yes. Why not take out the chip? Well, they don't have blue mana. They just drew drum now, otherwise they couldn't have keep this. Now, of course, I wish I took out the chip because they drew drum, but otherwise with Blood Moon they didn't have blue mana. I think Esper Sentinel was maybe a little bit more annoying. I return a Bosch next turn. It will make my Fury very, very threatening. Hello, Mattia. Unfortunately, now my opponent taps a reality chip equipped. This is definitely going to take away with the game. All right, I'll concede the game. think the game was lost on turn 3 when I missed the third land drop from Moon. That was very important to hit, and I did not. Okay, now, is there any card I want to have? See, I want to have explosives. I will not reveal a Bosch, but I think it's a fine price to pay. Timeless Dragon seems like the worst card. Maybe Mana Tithe can leave. Nah, Timeless Dragon seems like the worst card. You Packer. Game 2. No Obosh in the reveal zone. And I will mulligan my hand. I will keep this one. Let's go. What to bottom? My hand is strong. I think I'll bottom a Blood Moon. And pass. Giver of Runes. I think I'm just passing here because I want to Solitude as many people as possible. And connecting with Ragavan right now isn't as important. Remember, I don't have a Bosch because I brought in 2 explosives. Is it worth it? I wonder if Nicholas you are still in the chat. Would you have brought in the explosives or just reveal a Bosch instead? Sigarda's Aid and pass again. Okay. Very redundant hand here. Can't really move, honestly. Ooh, they activate the Nexus. Okay. I'll take 1. Okay. Wonder chat now. If I Solitude the Nexus and the Giver of Runes gives protection from white to the Nexus, the Sigarda's Aid ability does not resolve. Am I right? If I Solitude, I repeat it. If I Solitude the Nexus and I protect from white, the ability fizzles. Okay. So I think what I can do is Solitude the Giver of Runes first. So let's do that. So Solitude the Giver of Runes. That will protect from white in response. Okay, I want to put the Evoke last. So first I want to exile the Giver of Runes. And what do? You don't do anything? Perfect then. Let's Ephemerate the Solitude and exile the Nexus. And this one does not die. And Sigarda's Aid doesn't resolve. Because, okay. Let's untap. I don't want to fetch because I might get basic planes. The Ephemerate stays there, of course. And untap. Spyro, not bad. Let's attack with both. And let's take a mountain here and play Spyro. If I'm wrong, I can appeal to the Head Judge, right? Okay. And now I don't have a Bosch, and that's a big miss, because a Bosch would be very good now. A Bosch would be very, very good right now. As always, right? I mean, that's why we play Companion. Oh, but I have Explosives, which is also very good. Haha. I guess I can flash in the reality chip to block the Ragavan. That's funny. Okay. We'll play Eiganjo for 2 mana and kill the reality chip. They can play a response to Colossus Armor, but I don't mind. If they do that, I'm very happy to just go explosives and kill everything. Oh, blacksmith skill. Okay. Interesting. So they also kill my Ragavan this way. Okay, now I'm forced to crack everything with the explosives. Because I am now losing the Ragavan. Sorry, now I lost the Ragavan, so I'm just happy to take down 3 permanents of yours. Oh, they rebuilt it perfectly there. I cracked in my turn to play around another blacksmith skill, but looks like I should have waited. Okay, happy with the Ragavan here. Want to chum block with the Seasoned Pyro. I think this is the best one to chum block with. And pass to you. Opponent had double pair of Sigarda's 8 and Colossus Armor. And they drew a Stoneforge Mystic. Mannaggia. So they got Shadow Sphere now. It was unfortunate. Unfortunate sequences of draws and events. I don't want Chum Block, now they have Trample. Hoping to top deck Solitude now. Lightning Bolt. Yeah, that is it. Alright. Well, there's a world where my opponent attack as an answer to the reality chip, so I guess let's look for that. Am I alive here if I team block with everything? It'll be 5 plus 3, 8. Yes, I'm actually alive, so I have one more turn. Well, when you lose games of Magic, you always have to think about what could have I done, and maybe this one I shouldn't have cracked the explosives there, but overall I think that it's okay to lose this game. Like, yeah, my opponent had good draws, and the first match was the one that they shouldn't have lost. This one's okay. Look, let me count actually if I need to block with everybody, because if I keep the elemental back and I find a thing, quindi here I'm blocking for 4 e 3, 7, 11, 7, quindi vado a 1. I go to 1. I think I'm happy to go to 1 here. And now keeping back the elementals means that if I find a paladin, I can keep the elemental. Like one or two, I think it's the same. Let's see. See what I find here. Okay, paladin would be very good. Paladin, nice. 8 for 0 here. So now I have a 12-12. Okay, let's go. Play for your outs. Now it's balanced. 11-15 against 12-12. Thanks to the treasures I was able to equip. Okay, they pass. Draw. Solitude. Let's go. Does it resolve? Oh, it looks like it does. Let's go then. I'm actually using two treasures to dash. Nah, not really. Let's just attack with those. Now I can move the armor here, and I guess I can cast this now. And you can go. Yeah, I was close to kick the concede button. They can top the Ginger Brute? No, they can't. Whoa. This was a game. Woo-hoo! Ah. This is those kind of game that lets you want to play Magic forever. Okay. I think on the draw, Obosh is really not needed. Let's go with this. That's the crazy end. After Mulligan. Alright, let's keep this. What do I want to bottom? I think it's a Solitude I want to bottom. Ah, it's so good, Solitude though. Alright, let's bottom Spyro. The monkey was the MVP? Yeah, I gotta trust the monkey. Remember how much you paid it. You paid it 80 euros. You can't side it out. You can't concede. You can't chum block. You have to believe in the monkey. Okay, so they got to Colossus Armor. Let's Mana Tithe the Stoneforge Mystic now. Very good. First Mana Tithe of the day. First Mana Tithe of the day. Simian Spirit Guide not legal, so they can't pay. Yeah, I guess it wasn't the first Mana Tithe. Okay, so remember they have Colossus Armor in hand. Oh, nice. I think I'm just tapping out. I don't. No, I can't. I can't tap out. If I tap out, I die to Blacksmith skill. Shouldn't have shocked myself. I'm okay in dying to Blacksmith skill. I guess I would need land and Blacksmith skill. Yeah, okay. I'll play Fable. I die to exactly land and Blacksmith skill. Alright. They decide to go for it. Which is kind of weird because, like, I knew you had armor in hand, so. Alright. I guess glad I went for it. Okay, what about I hold and I just got discard Fury and Ragavan to Spyro? This way I make tokens. Is there a better way? Yeah, I mean, I guess I can discard these and see what happens. Yeah, I guess these cards are good enough that I'm just playing a Fable instead of Spyro. I know. Glad I didn't put on the bottom with my mulligan the Solitude there. Since I would have died last turn. I mean, I guess I would have just played Prismatic Ending instead. Good morning, Davile. Opponent picks up another hammer, and they pass. So that one flips. Yes. I want to discard Spyro now, and I'll keep the other two cards. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think I can afford to tap out for Fury here, since if I do that, I die to a land. Because I don't have a white card in my hand. So I'm just passing. Five cards, and they have Colossus Armor in hand. When it attacks me, I feel like taking. I go Hammer. I let it resolve, and then I cast Solitude. If opponent has, I guess I die to exactly another Hammer. Maybe I'm just letting this resolve. This way I don't die to another Hammer. What am I talking about? I don't die to another Hammer. They have to have exactly Blacksmith skill, and if they do, it's okay. Just I copy the Solitude with Reflection next turn. Sometimes I have this like mindset of playing Blue-Red Murktide that only has removal, so a second hammer counters your first removal. But this is a Solitude. This just straight up exiles the. That Blacksmith skill, it's okay. That means I take that damage. They should have definitely let me target. Anyway, I take 11. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, I could have Ephemerate. That's true. Yeah, they played around Ephemerate. You're right. What do I want to do here? Play this top land or play Spyro? Or nothing. Just hold up Fury. I think I like to play this Spyro here. And get more tokens. I can hit the land drop. Couple. Pair, sorry. I got a pair. It's to be a pretty difficult board set for my opponent to handle. Alright, we got a very good win here. Ah. It all started with that Ragavan stealing Pure Steel Paladin. Eh? This was a nice match. Hope you enjoyed. Mm. A lot of tricky lines for sure with this deck. But yeah, honestly, just happy to have played the game. Fable is completely broken. If that's your takeaway after this match, I think you need to maybe notice what actually was, as you say, completely broken. Maybe the ability of my opponent to kill me with two cards, or the force of will of modern Solitude. Okay, round number 3. I'm on the play with Obosh in the companion zone. Let's go. Ooh, great hand. On the play with Ragavan. Let's go. Hopefully my opponent lets me untap. And then, instead of playing Lightning Bolt in their turn, and then they'll get Mana Tithe. What do you think about the new aura from PV? I don't know what you mean there. Let's begin. Round number 3. Land Ragavan. Yorgo. A big friendly gamer. Thank you so much for your support. First month for you here. Alright, let's go. My opponent has a Polluted Delta. Let's see if they go Steam Vents and Lightning Bolt. They do. I think I'll accept it. Upon more thinking, I think I'd rather hold up Mana Tithe for a Ledger Shredder or something else later. Also because if I Mana Tithe that, my second Ragavan is bad. Also, unless I hit something good, I'm not really using the mana from Ragavan. So I prefer this approach. Could be wrong, but I prefer this approach. I'll play Spyro here because Fable can get spell pierced. And I'll discard Mana Tithe and Timeless Dragon. Goodbye, Mana Tithe. That's terrible draws. Ledger Shredder. And they passed, wow. Okay, let's hope that this Fable resolve. No Spellpiece, please. Nice. And pass, my hand is terrible. I want to loot away every card of them. Blood Main, yes. I believe 4 copies? 4 copies, yes. The best way to respond to all the Leyline Binding decks dominating Modern right now, once again, is Blood Main. From every deck that can afford it. In my opinion. Okay, that's another Ledger Shredder. And they have a removal spell? Okay, now they get to loot a lot. Is Moto anytime soon? Yes, it will go down this afternoon, I think. It has started 2 lands, though. Put on Flooded over there. I have to hope they don't draw Expressive Iteration. That's the only way a deck without a mid-range deck without Expressive Iteration can beat a deck with Expressive Iteration. Oh, very happy to draw an ending there. Hmm. Although I think I'm finding just casting another Fable here. I just go for a top land. I definitely need to ramp up those lands. My deck has a lot of 5 drops. And that Timeless Dragon in the graveyard as well. The Fable chain is definitely one of the ways that you can carry advantage. Okay, they play DRC. Wow, they don't have a second spell? Crazy. Crazy. So their hand must be counterspell. Ooh, Blood Moon. I'm gonna discard the Blood Moon and the Ephemerate. Ephemerate, very bad against blue-red. Okay, let's begin with Prismatic Ending here. Hmm, I guess my opponent can spell snare it. I don't want that to happen. I do not want that to happen. Okay, how about I attack with Goblin Shaman first? Nah, I guess they can double block, so I don't like that either. Hmm, yeah, let's just go to second main. What should I do here? I think I'm going to grab a planes and then Prismatic Ending for 3 on the Ledger Shredder. And now the Spell Snare does not work. And then I pass. Of course, I should have been in pre-combat. But, you know, here we are. I don't think they have Spell Pierce, because they didn't Spell Pierce any of my Fable the previous turns. So I'm not playing around Spell Pierce. But I'm playing around Spell Snare. That's a card that I personally play in 2 copies in Murktide. I could see my opponent having it now. Wow, they didn't bolt. That's so weird that they didn't bolt. I guess they had to bolt the reflection. Hmm, that's why. Okay. Sure. They had to bolt the reflection. That's why they didn't double spell in their turn. I think I would have still done it though. Oh, counterspell. Okay, but now they just mill. Of course, they have to find delirium, but I hope that they mill to mill 2 cards now. I hope they mill iteration. Nice, they mill iteration. Okay, so it's not the ideal because it means that they get delirium, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know if I agreed with that. But anyway, no, ne è pescata un'altra, vaffanculo. They drew another one right immediately. Eh, vabbè. Definitely the advantage of playing expressive iteration because you have expressive iteration in your deck so that you could draw them in the top 37 cards. Okay, so they milled 2 Ragavan there, very strong, and they attack me with all very strong, and I'm basically dead. And that's okay. As I said, I think I could have won the game if they didn't draw iteration, but it was not the case. And draw for turn. Then the Bugbear does nothing. My hand is simply dead. I can't even cast this Emeria call. I guess I can cast it next turn. Oh, that's not the worst. Alright. Let's play this Timeless Dragon from the graveyard. And I'm not dead on board yet, but as you can see, I'm not very alive either. Last turn, in order to play around Spell Pierce, Sorry, in order to play around, what's it called? Spells near, I took one extra damage. I could have been at 8 life. Let's see if that ends up mattering. It definitely could. If my opponent pumps this Shredder, they only have 7 damage. Just a Blinding Bolt. That's easy. Seems like what's going on. Okay, good game. Hmm. Sideboard against Murktide. The Blood Moons are bad. I'll bring in 3 Teferis. The relics are good. What do I want to cut? Maybe 2 Ephemerates. Yeah, I don't like Ephemerate in this matchup. I wish I could take them all out, but I think that Obosh is very, very real in this matchup. Game 2 against Blue Red Murktide. Let's go. That's a good end. You cracked the land for Solitude. That's true. I didn't think about that. Counterbalancing Modern is not good, no. Back in the days, Ragavan attack on turn 2 return lures was a viable play. I guess if I connect a Ragavan here, I can return a Bosch. Also a viable play. Okay. They bubble themselves, fetch and go. I guess now that I drew Relic, if I connect, I'll just do that instead. Okay. I'll play Relic, and I'll play Hallowed Fountain tapped. Teferi in my deck. Relic means so that not only the RC doesn't get Delirium, but also Nully Heat doesn't kill a Trait Toughness creature. And of course, Murktide as well. Hmm. I drew Ragavan, but my opponent's mana up for counterspell. I think I just like to return a Bosch now. Go for some considers. I don't mind, honestly. I'll go for Lightning Bolt on this, even though it doesn't have Delirium. It blocks my Ragavan, whereas now they have to counterspell or remove a spell this. Otawara. Mishra's Bubble. And they pass. Second. Okay, they go bubble and pass. Let's go. Emeria call. Yeah, I think I like to just slam in a Bosch here. They probably have counterspell, but I think my deck has to just jam threats here. Okay, they decide to counterspell the Bosch and dash Ragavan. That's good for me. Let's see what they find. Hopefully not something good. Okay, happy they can cast that one. Hey, I think I'm cracking this Sunbaked Canyon. I wouldn't mind finding Fable or Spyro. Let's play it. Just make so that their Ragavan in hand is basically a dead card. Okay, counterspell. That's okay. They dash Ragavan again. This summer, they will have the Lord of the Rings set, which will be legal in Legacy, Modern, and Commander. So it's a bunch of cards that will probably have a higher power level for Standard, but it will not be called Modern Horizons 3, no. Draw. Although I think I should just flashback Fable, flashback Spyro now. It's the best way against the Ragavan my opponent has. And then it also means that I can crack Relic safely. Whereas if I cast Fable and they counterspell, it's bad. Do they have their own Spyro? Okay. Very good. They get to loot away the Ragavans that were dead in the face of my Spyro. Oh wow, they choose to keep the Ragavan. Surprising. I guess they could go for Merc that Regent. 5/5, which is bigger than Fury. Shredder, okay. They have one card in hand, but that means that there isn't an answer to this Fury now. I wonder if I should go for Fury or if I should instead go for Ending on Shredder and then crack the Relic. No, I think I want to get the Spyro with my Relic. At this point, if they had Murktide, I would have cast it. So I'm just assuming they don't have Murktide in hand. Still haven't drawn a single expressive iteration, which is of course unlikely. Still a breeze. Woo! You made it to a plain badge? That's a 30 months. Thank you so much, Still a breeze. Welcome to the stream for so long. Hope you're enjoying the Boros action. Not really my cup of tea as a deck. Not really a deck I would choose to play in a tournament, but you know, here we are. Okay, so despite my opponent has Ragavan in hand, I think I'm happy to kill this Spyro and exile it with my Relic. Two cards and one is a Ragavan. Yeah, so exile everything, draw a card. Okay. Then I want to ending this Shredder, and then I'll play my Ragavan. Of course, I can go kill your Ragavan, and then cast a new one, dash, and find something powerful. Yes, that could happen. I could have held the token back, but this way, I think I wanted to edge against the top deck Murktide. Especially since my opponent hasn't found an iteration yet. As soon as draw an iteration, it's very likely to find also Murktide. Alright, they dash Ragavan, offer the trade, which I must take since I could find Spire or Fable from my deck and turn the corner. And they pass. Okay. First I'll play Fable, and then I'll play Relic. This way I play around Spellpierce. Do I have a video of 5 color elemental? I have a video on anything. You go to my YouTube channel. Actually, you don't need to go to my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, you write a deck name and Mengu, and you'll find everything. In particular, for elementals, I have one video last week and one today. It will come out today. This is game 2. My opponent has not found a single iteration yet. And again, when they don't draw iteration, it is possible that you win. I guess Seasoned Pyromancer is similar to that, although... Okay, so they have their own... probably have another Ragavan Dash there, which I can't do anything about. Oh, I decided to play my Ragavan to block theirs. I knew they had it in hand. Oh, they flipped Mana Tithe. Yeah, they flipped 3 bad cards with Ragavan. Some of the reasons why we aren't dead yet, I guess, is that one. Ooh, Solitude, okay. I think I'll get rid of Ending. Nice. Great draw. Yeah, I'll play Seasoned Pyro. I think it's better than holding these. Being proactive, I think it's better than being reactive in this spot. Okay. I'll pass. Oh, Boozer, thank you for following. Who won game 1? You can read it. Oops, you can't. Sorry. You can't read it. My opponent won game 1. I wonder if I should cast this. I don't think so. Sorry, cycle this. I don't think so. Very lucky draw for me. I only drew 4 lands. I don't think I ever got rid of one. Sorry, 5 lands, I guess. I think I'll attack with these two. I finished 57th in Prague. Very good record. Okay, am I playing Teferi? Yes, why not? Why not? And pick up since there's relics, so they can never annul heat my Teferi. They have one card in, and that's a Ragavan. Can I ask you why Escape Shift fell out of my top 15? Mostly because it doesn't see any play. I've never seen Escape Shift deck doing well in a tournament. It doesn't mean that it's bad. Modern, it's a tournament with less high profile, a format with less high profile tournament, so it goes very much of fashions rather than exactly what's good or bad. But it's mostly for that. Can't really justify putting a deck in the top 15 if like literally nobody plays it or wins with it. But it's a good deck. I have respect for it. I should have not attacked with one elemental. I made a mistake. But okay, I have this large 5/5 blockers right now. Did you play against any spice deck in Prague? Spice decks? Did I play against any spice decks? I posted all my decks on that I played against on Twitter. I played against green, white, taxes. Not sure if that counts as spice. No, I think mostly just stock decks. In day one, I played against 9 different decks, 8 different countries. Alright, I finally found that expressive iteration. Maybe it's too late now, though. I did not play against 8 Blast. Oh, how did you do with 8 Blast, Mattia? Did you make day 2, or... I don't think I've seen you after day 1. This will be my last game. Sorry, last match. This deck is very slow at killing. Makes up for very, very long videos. Eh, So this one puts them to 3. Yeah, I guess I'm attacking with all here. You have a tournament in 1 month? Yeah, just I mean, it's modern, right? So just play play what you know best. Practice here and there these months. I have ending now. I'll ending the Ragavan. And they concede. Alright, we have game 3. Oborosh. Ooh, that's a nice name, Oborosh. Oborosh. You suggest playing one deck consistently in FNM, or is having... Well, it depends, right? If you like to buy new cards, then you should play... at FNM, you should change decks. But if instead you like to... you just own a deck, then playing it only one deck is the best thing. Hold on, man. Thank you for the Prime sub. I didn't kill them last turn. Yes, my opponent has 7 minutes on the clock. So if I can make them do plays, I will make them do plays. Okay. They connected Ragavan. Not good. Not good. Oof, at least they can cast that one. Alright, let's hope to find a removal spell. It would be very good if I do. Very bad if I don't. Very bad. Yeah, let go. We'll plane cycle this Timeless Dragon. Yes, I don't side in Magus against Blue Eye Control. Mostly because it dies to Solitude. Yeah, I mean, I could have mulliganed this hand. I felt that it was okay. I had Ragavan. I need to draw that one. I needed to draw that one. End of turn. Timeless Dragon cycle. I'll get a planes. Draw. Spell, please. Mm. I return Obosh, and I think I want a Fury pitch Obosh. Or no. Nah. I think if I do that, I'm losing this game. Whereas I can just take a hit of Ragavan, then I can cast Timeless Dragon from the graveyard, will be unholy heated, then I can cast Solitude, and so on and so forth. I feel like it's better to, yeah, not do that. Wait, maybe for something better. Good 14 here. Revealed Fury. Okay. Ah, they have Counterspell up. So they can now cast Fury and have Counterspell up. It's unfortunate. Okay, they don't cast Fury. Interesting. Oh no, they do. Wow, okay. Draw a Bolt, I can kill everything. Draw a Ragavan. So I can't kill everything. Okay. So my play here is simply Fury, pitch Ragavan, I guess Obosh is better. I'll kill Ragavan and Fury, and then I'll flashback Timeless Dragon. They do have Delirium to kill my Timeless Dragon. And this doesn't count as cast, so they don't loot. Glad I didn't play Fury last turn. I guess they did cast my card after all, so. But they have Delirium. Token. That's true. It's a token. I wonder why. I wonder why it's a token. Art. Yeah, and only heat is expected. And attack for one. Okay. Ooh, Mana Tithe. Do I want to do something? Not really. What if I just attack with what if I just attack with Den of the Bugbear? I like this plan. They clearly have a lot of counters spell up, so I don't want to play into that. And I have plenty of land, so I don't care if one land dies. Like their clock is one a turn, as long as I don't make them surveil. Sorry, Connive. The 4 cards in end. They don't find expressive iteration or creatures. I'm just happy to. Ooh, Eiganjo. Oh, that's nice. I'll do that instead of attacking with Den again. It's nice. It's a removal spell that doesn't get countered. Boom. The Seat of the Empire. 5 card. Bolt. Okay. I'll play. I'll play Activate Den. They have to kill it again. It's nice. It means that they traded 2 spell with 2 lands of mine. ADRC. I feel like I'm just bolting end of turn. I know that I have Teferi in my deck. But this way, if my bolt was countered, I would have untapped and played a 5-drop. Opponent has 4 cards in hand, probably a lot of reactive cards, just like me. Yeah, I would say Murktide is definitely the most expected deck every time at the in Modern. Okay, they drew something. They drew a Seasoned Pyromancer. Huh. Okay. Go on to Solitude now. Now. They discard Bubble Otawara. Play a tap land. Do I want to Solitude? It's gonna get countered. I think I'm untapping. Maybe I find a land. Yeah. So that I can go Solitude. And then Mana Tithe, the counter spell. Let's see if they want to play around Mana Tithe. We're wasting some important time right now. Okay, they decided to not play counterspell. And I'll pass. I wish I can draw Seasoned Pyromancer to get rid of these Mana Tides. Yeah, this is annoying. I hate his holds. At least they don't have counterspell up from Obosh now. Miracle. I can cast this next turn if I draw a land. I did deal. I did give up 3 lands earlier in the game. Monolith. And I go to 1. So my land should just be an untapped land, which there are not that many. Or Solitude would be nice. Fable. Still alive here? Although I should have counterspell in end. Salseo, hello. Alright, good game. We lost 2 matches with my opponent with like was less than a minute on the clock in this league. That's okay. This you saw here the bad thing of Mana Tithe is that once you show it to your opponent game 1, they will play around it game 2. Hello Salseo, thank you for the raid, and yeah, I will finish this league now on the 1-2. I don't feel like continuing. It was a very long league, 2 hours and a half or almost. So thank you everybody for watching on YouTube. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you one more time.